Hello friends, welcome to video of mathematics. Today we are going to prove an important result about order of any element in any group G. That is, if G be any group and A belongs to G be any element, then for some positive integer k, order of A raised to power k, it will be equal to order of A by GCD of order of A and k. That is friends, if we have given any group G and we take any element from the group G, such that we are given that order of A is m, then we can find order of any power of k, where k is some positive integer, and that order of A raised to power k, it will be equal to nothing but order of A, that is m, by GCD of order of A comma k, that is GCD of m comma k. So friends, this result tells us that if we have given order of any element in any group G, then we can find order of any power of that element. For example, if we take group of fourth root of unity, that is 1 minus 1 iota minus iota, and if we take element iota from here, that is we have taken A is equal to iota, then we know order of iota is what? Order of iota is 4. That is friends, here m is given to be 4, and if you are to find order of any power of iota, then it will be equal to, like if you are to find order of iota square, then first we will write order of A, that is order of iota, which is equal to 4, divide GCD of order of A, that is 4 comma k. K is here 2, so we will get here 4 by GCD of 4 and 2, that is 2, and it comes out to be 2. So what we get from here? Order of iota square is equal to 2, and we know it's true because iota square is nothing but minus 1, and we know order of minus 1 is 2. So friends, if you are given order of any element of any group G, then you can find order of any positive power of that element, as we have done here. So let's prove this result. So friends, let's start the proof of this theorem. If we assume that order of A is m and order of A raised to power k is p, where m and p are some positive integers, then put value of order of A and order of A raised to power k here. What we are to prove? We are to prove that p is equal to m by GCD of m and k. We have put value of order of A raised to power k and order of A here. So friends, let's prove this theorem. As we have assumed that order of A raised to power k is equal to p, it implies what? It implies that p is the least positive integer for which A raised to power k raised to power p, it will be equal to identity of the group G. And now this power can be written like this: A raised to power kp is equal to identity. Friends, we have given that k is positive integer and p is order of A raised to power k, so p is also positive integer, so it will implies that their product will also be a positive integer, so kp is also a positive integer. So friends, we have gotten positive integer kp for which A raised to power kp is equal to identity of group G, but we know order of A is m given. So m is the least positive integer for which A raised to power m will be equal to identity. So friends, as we have done in our last video, if we have given that order of A is equal to m and we have given any positive integer for which A raised to power kp is equal to identity, then it will happen only when m will divide kp. So friends, we have get the first thing, that is m divide kp. So name this equation as first. So friends, next we will assume that GCD of m and k, it will be equal to some positive integer d. That is, d is the GCD of m and k. That is, d is the greatest common divisor of both m and k. So friends, d is the GCD of both m and k. So d will divide both m and k. D will divide m and d will divide k. So friends, by result of divisibility, we know there must exist some positive integer m1 and k1 such that m will be equal to m1 into d and k will be equal to k1 into d. So friends, here check the first equation in which we have proved that m divide kp. In that equation, put value of m and k from here. So what we will get? Put value of m, we will get m1d. It will divide k. K is equal to k1d into p. Now cancel d from both numerator and denominator. What we get from here, that m1 will divide k1 into p. Friends, as we know, d is the greatest common divisor of both m and k. So if we get m is equal to m1 into d and k is equal to k1 into d, then GCD of both m1 and k1, it should be equal to 1. Well, friends, here we know m1 divide k1 into p, but GCD of m1 and k1 is 1. So by Euclid's lemma, what we get from here, that m1 divide only p. So friends, name this equation as second equation. We will use it further. Friends, we have proved that m1 divide p. If we somehow prove that p also divide m1, then we will get p is equal to m1, and that is what we are to prove here. So we are to prove p divide m1. So how we can prove it? Let's see. If we take a raised to power k raised to power m1, let's check it what it will become. It will be equal to a raised to power k into m1. Their power can be written like this. And if we put value of k, which we have assumed that k is equal to k1 into d here, but we get a raised to power k1d into m1. And we know k1d, m1, these all are positive integers, so they will satisfy property of commutativity and associativity. So how it can be written as? It can be written as like this: a raised to power k1 into m1d. We have moved d from here to here. And now put value of m1d. What is the value of m1d? We have assumed that value of m1d is m. So put value of m1d here. We will get a raised to power k1 into m. And now this power can be written as like this: a raised to power m raised to power k1. But we know order of a is m. So that is m is the least positive integer for which a raised to power m will be equal to identity. So put value of a raised to power m here, but we get identity raised to power k1, that is equal to identity. So what we get from here, that we have get any positive integer m1 for which ak raised to power m1, it is equal to identity of the group G. But we have given that order of a raised to power k is p. So ak raised to power m1, it will be equal to identity if and only if they satisfy the condition. That is what p should divide m1. So we have proved that p divide m1 also. And we have already proved that m1 divide p. We know by result of divisibility that if we have given any integers a and b such that a divide b and b divide a, then it will implies that a will be equal to plus minus p. So here we have m1 divide p and p divide m1. So p should be equal to plus minus m1. But we know p and m1, these both are positive integers. So p will be equal to m1. So friends, we have proved that p is equal to m1. So friends, we have proved that p is equal to m1. So check value of p and m1. What was that? What was p? P was nothing but the order of ak. So put value of p here, but we get order of a raised to power k. It is equal to m1. We know m is equal to m1 into d. So m1 will be equal to m by d. So put value of m1 from here. We get m1 is equal to m by d. And we know m was nothing but order of a, so put value of m here, we get order of a. And d was nothing but the GCD of m and k, so put value of d here, that is GCD of m and k. Again put value of m here, that is order of a, then it will be equal to order of a by GCD of order of a and k. So we have proved the result that for any positive integer k, order of a raised to power k is nothing but it is equal to order of a by GCD of order of a and k. So this result is very useful because here we can find order of a raised to power k if we have given order of a. That is, we can find order of power of any element if we have given that order of that element. So friends, thank you for watching this video.